and gentlemen, I don't think our main event has officially started yet.
The action before the bell, we see two members of Unforgivable Blackness, the Urban Salt Squad, Nemesis Shadow Jackson, attacking Mikael Judas before he gets the robe off in the ring.
This handicap match was ordered 2 weeks ago by Anarchy owner Franklin Dove following the lumberjack match between the Priest of Punishment, Mikael Judas, and Jeter, the third member of Unforgivable Blackness.
And soon, we will see the start of your main event for Anarchy Wrestling. We've been waiting since last week. And Mikael Judas is just getting angrier.
The official is not going to count anything. He can't. The match hasn't officially started. I think we're going to have to wait until we have at least two superstars in the ring.
And we haven't seen a superstar in the ring since Judas came out. They are fighting to the outside, and Judas is manhandling two men.
Well, the assault on Mikael Judas was so quick, the official did not have a chance to ring the bell. Was taken by surprise.
And just clubbing blows raining down by Mikael Judas. Drops the throat across that red chain. Nemesis comes running in, and Judas just kicks him right in the gut and pounds him down with those clubbing blows. We may have another match like we had 2 weeks ago on Anarchy Television.
It's been impossible to keep the Priest of Punishment, Mikael Judas, inside the squared circle.
He's using the cord from our floor camera to choke Nemesis.
Shadow Jackson thrown hard into the steel ring post.
Question is, I would be afraid to fight Mikael Judas 2-on-1, and he's obviously living up to the expectations here.
No, not in front of us!
Into the announce booth. Oh my gosh! Can we get this match started, please?
Shadow Jackson is down in front of us here at the entranceway.
And he's getting up.
Why would you want to?
We have a bell.
Finally, after 3-4 minutes of fighting out on the floor, our main event is officially underway.
And again, this being a handicap match 2-on-1, this is all legal.
This is perfectly legal. I don't believe the rules state there has to be tags. This is 2-on-1. Mikael Judas wants the third member of Unforgivable Blackness. He wants Jeter.
Let's see this ref take control of this match, and you know what? He just sent Shadow Jackson to the ring apron. This may be a tag match.
We are going to go under tag team rules.
Apparently, I mean, the ref has to assert some control over this match. It's got out of hand like we saw 2 weeks ago with Jeter and Mikael Judas, where Franklin Dove had to decree that they are not allowed to touch each other until Fright Night 2013, or they will both face severe penalties, possibly even banishment from Anarchy Wrestling.
And we are still weeks away from, Fright Night 2013. We've got 2 more weeks to go before that. Yes, that's right. We've got 2 more weeks to go before we get into the highlights from Fright Night 2013. And it's hard to believe it's coming up that quickly.
It's an exciting time in Anarchy Wrestling, and we talk about why you have to come to the Anarchy Wrestling Arena to see this action live. Not only are you going to see TNA Superstar Gunner in action, you're also going to see that cage match decreed by Franklin Dove between Mikael Judas and the Dangerous Weapon Jeter.
And AP3, I know if anybody could tell, nobody does a steel cage match like Anarchy Wrestling.
That is true, and unfortunately I have been involved in my fair share of cage matches, and I'll tell you what, it is literally the most punishing match. It's more punishing than a street fight, than a no DQ, than a falls count anywhere, than a ladder match. All the matches that I've been involved in, the one I have always dreaded is the steel cage match. It's actually the match that set my former tag team partner, JT Talon, out of professional wrestling forever.
Mikael Judas trying to get back up to his feet. Rake of the eyes by Shadow. I thought he was going to grab the hair, went for the eyes instead. Thought he was going to try to pull Judas back into the ring.
And again, you saw the referee being very liberal with this tag in, tag out, as you saw Nemesis down on the ring side attacking Judas.
Well, the referees are traditionally smaller people. You're in there with three giants in Anarchy.
Oh, I would not. Now, I'm not saying to cross him, but he has to take a stand. He is the backing of owner Franklin Dove, who gives him the authority to handle this match. There has to be some sort of rules involved in this match. It can't be total anarchy, although normally at Anarchy Wrestling it is.
That's why we call ourselves Anarchy Wrestling. It can be total chaos here as Shadow Jackson goes to the ribs of Mikael Judas.
And you just never know what you're going to expect. And that, you never know what to expect. And that's just one more reason why you need to come see Anarchy Wrestling live. If you are in the Georgia area, if you're near Atlanta, if you're near Columbia, South Carolina, if you're near Chattanooga or Nashville, Tennessee, it's a short drive to the Anarchy Arena in Cornelia, Georgia. You have to see these superstars live to appreciate the action.
We are here the second and fourth Saturday of each and every month for our regular Anarchy television tapings. Your opportunity to get right up close to the action.
And see spectacular main events like this 2-on-1 match pitting Mikael Judas versus 2 out of the 3 members of Unforgivable Blackness. Nemesis is just talking trash in the back of his head and beating him down.
A back chop to Mikael Judas. I don't think you want to do that because all you're going to do is make him mad, and there's nobody in Anarchy that you want to not make mad than this man.
And Judas still, I think, had his hand around the throat after taking that shot from Shadow Jackson. And again, you see the cohesiveness of Urban Assault Squad, one of the longest tenured and most decorated tag teams in the history of Anarchy Wrestling. And, you know, they're just putting it on Mikael Judas, former champion.
They're continuing to work on the Priest of Punishment as he's crawling. You know, you almost hate to say somebody the size of Mikael Judas is crawling anywhere.
I know, it's amazing to see, but then again, you are dealing with a 2-on-1 handicap match. I mean, that he is fighting 2 professional men that are in the business of hurting people for a living. What are you to expect? The odds are all stacked against him. And again, the question isn't, is he going to win or lose, because the title is not up for grabs in this match. The question is, can he avoid any injury so he doesn't have to suffer that going into the cage match at Fright Night 2013, coming up in just a few short weeks?
Well, we know, thanks to Wrestling's Most Dangerous Weapon cheater, that the Priest of Punishment, Mikael Judas, has had knee problems all year long.
And
Some fans
Mikael Judas
a little too close to
using Shadow Jackson's head as a battering ram and slamming it into Nemesis, knocking him off the ring into that barricade to keep the fans safe.
A Russian leg sweep by Nemesis.
Out of the blue, and you saw Mikael Judas' head just snap back from that maneuver. I mean, he may have really jarred something loose. I don't see his arms moving.
And a kick out at 2 by the Priest of Punishment.
And completely throws Nemesis off. Where is Mikael? Where is this coming from out of Mikael Judas? I mean, we've seen him do some amazing things in this ring, but after taking this beating, he is still just as fresh as when he started this match.
Shadow Jackson looks like he's been through hell and back on the apron.
And he has. It's Mikael Judas.
In the corner now, shots to the midsection. Shadow Jackson is holding on to Judas so he cannot move his arms. Just spears into the midsection of Judas.
And again, you can't breathe, you can't fight, knocking the wind out of Mikael Judas, taking away a lot of his ability there to mount a comeback here. He's wrapped up in the corner, and you have both members of Urban Assault Squad, one of the 3 of Unforgivable Blackness, just putting a beating on Mikael Judas, but he is still fighting them off. It's amazing.
Big double suplex by the Urban Assault Squad on Judas.
And one thing that you do not see is anybody suplexing Mikael Judas. It took 2 men to lift this behemoth over their heads back down to the mat.
A kick out at 2. As the action will continue, our main event this week, handicap match, the Priest of Punishment, Mikael Judas, against 2/3 of Unforgivable Blackness, the Urban Assault Squad, Shadow Jackson and Nemesis.
And you saw Mikael Judas holding his back. I mean, a suplex is a devastating maneuver, but the power coming over the suplex by both men is twice as impactful on that lower back of Mikael Judas.
That's extra force pulling the body and slamming it hard onto the canvas.
And are they going again? They might be putting him on top. Are they going for a superplex here? A double superplex. I don't know. Yeah, they're pulling. If you notice, they're pulling the legs to the outside, and they're both planning on climbing that rope. This is how you set up for a superplex maneuver where both men will perform the superplex. Mikael Judas off the top rope here.
I don't think Shadow has been able to get a full grip on it.
And he is going for it here.
Mikael
And
Judas.
they can't muscle him over. Mikael Judas is fighting him off.
Shadow Jackson, he's got both of them by the throat. No, he just collides heads together.
And Mikael Judas going to the top rope here.
Look at the
Double clothesline. And Mikael Judas is on fire here after taking both men down with a top rope clothesline. I would hate to be either member of Urban Assault Squad right now. And the boot to the face of Nemesis. And you better believe what's coming to my Shadow Jackson on the receiving end of a devastating flying clothesline in the turnbuckle. You see the knees buckling.
Oh!
And another boot to the face of Nemesis.
Spinebuster by Shadow.
Shadow Jackson has toppled many of the greatest superstars in Anarchy Wrestling history with that same maneuver. Yet Mikael Judas, after the punishment, is kicked out on two. There's a reason why we call him the priest of punishment. He can dish it out, but he can also take it. The man that dove over that top rope onto Jeter, using his body as a weapon just to hurt Jeter, the man will stop at nothing to win this match.
Whipped hard into the corner. Shadow Jackson comes charging in. Big splash. Clothesline out there.
And Shadow Jackson didn't see that.
Ducks the clothesline.
And a big boot.
Goes for the cover. 1, 2. That's it.
The winner of the match, the priest of punishment, Mikael Judas.
And the card stacked against Mikael Judas, one of the most amazing comebacks in any match in Anarchy Wrestling history. Mikael Judas defeats two men, one of the greatest tag teams in the history of Anarchy Wrestling, by himself in the middle of this ring, and just another epic night of Anarchy Wrestling. Just amazed to see this transpire, and again, Mikael Judas standing up. You wonder what type of punishment. We know the punishment, but what type of toll is that taking on Mikael Judas's body? A man that in a few short weeks has to beat Jeter in a steel cage, and the clip of the knee, he's hurrying, he's attacking that repaired left knee on Mikael Judas. As we know, that knee has been a problem for Mikael Judas in the past.
Almost.
And he's got him he's guzzling him by the neck, by the throat, and he may choke slam him right here.
Shadow Jackson's got that bat we saw him bring to the ring earlier.
And he hits him in the back of the knee. Can we get somebody out here? Can we get somebody to help
Who would want to come out?
Mikael Judas? Somebody needs to. We need to get some officials out here. We need Franklin Dove out here. They got a bat, they got a chair. He is repeatedly striking that repaired left knee of Mikael Judas. We know that that was the knee that was surgically repaired, roughly 12, 18 months ago. Took Mikael Judas out of commission for several months. And again, we see the game plan of Unforgivable Blackness to destroy that knee and hurt his chances in the cage match.
The strategy is evident now. They are trying to wear down the Priest of Punishment for Jeter at Fright Night. They're going to make it so he's not 100%.
And they have the bridge of that chair on the knee, and he was about to hit it with the bat.
Jeremy Vane, finally some officials were able to get Jeremy Vane and Brody Chase out here to help.
Somebody needs to help Mikael Judas. I mean, he just took 2 to 3 shots from the bat to the knee. I don't know if they hit him. They might not have hit him with the chair. Now we have Jeter, and Jeter is laughing on the ring. He's laughing on the ramp, the entrance ramp to Anarchy Wrestling. And he is clapping for the beating and the punishment that his two partners have just put Mikael Judas through. And you have to imagine that Mikael
being
Judas,
called out to the ring.
Mikael Judas will not be 100% for this match, folks. And we have Brody Ray Chase calling for a mic here. What's going on?
Oh, you think you big and bad now? 3 of you, 2 baseball bats and a chair, and let me show you something. My man is standing up right now.
I've been through 7 months of bullshit. Get your ass in my fucking ring.
So fans, we apologize for the language, but that shows the intensity of the priest of punishment.
That is Mikael Judas. He is angry, and you need to stay away from him when he's that angry. I have seen him hurt people, and he is calling them out.
He can't get in the ring, though,
So how
Andrew. If he
about
gets in
me
the
and
ring,
Jeremy
that's it.
Lane at next TV taping, we kick your 2 punk asses.
And a huge challenge.
Gets the elite how precious they are. If you've got a set between you, take the challenge now.
The challenge?
The challenge has been made.
It's
So that
on.
means in a future edition of Anarchy Television,
I'm gonna make you eat that bat you put in my face again.
we're going to see Brody Chase and Jeremy Vane taking on Shadow Jackson and Nemesis. The winning team goes on to Fright Night 2013 to face the Elite for the Anarchy Wrestling Tag Team Champions.
There's a lot of